All right, you've seen the product. Now it's time to take action. It's all about that miracle food. My man Chakra Doctor has put some of the greatest superfoods on the planet here in one bottle for you. I know we see COVID going crazy and a lot of different things, testing our immune system. This right here is a perfect cleanse and reboot. Great for the immune system and a great anti-inflammatory. Miracle food. Tell them Viral Hip Hop News sent you. Let's go.
Let's transition, man, and talk about DMX's passing. We all got the unfortunate news a few days ago. I seen you made a post on Instagram about it as well. Talk about where you were and how you felt when you got that news that DMX passed, and how was your relationship? How'd you meet him? All that good stuff.
Well, the first thing, I don't want people to think that post that I put up on social media was for X. That was actually something that I was listening to, and one of the last times me and X was actually together,
Okay.
vibing out, was when we did. I think it was 2012. Um, yeah, 2012, I think, or 2017, or yeah, 2017. It might have been. I don't know. It was a long time ago though when we did the BET cipher. It was me, DMX, Eve, and Murder Mook.
Mhm.
Um, I was on YouTube and I came across that actual thing that I posted. When they actually showed us on BET, they actually edited the verse. So um a lot of the bars that I said in the verse that I put up on Instagram was cut out on the actual video that you see on BET. But that was like the unedited version of my verse, like all of the bars that was in the verse that they edited out. And I never even heard it since I first recorded it. And I'm like, yo, I remember they edited out all of them bars. And me hearing it, it just brought back the memory of me and X being together and just knowing that he just passed. That's the reason why I put rest in peace X on that post, because it made me think about him, because that was like one of the last times I seen him. That wasn't like a memorial or dedication to X. A lot of people like, why you ain't play his verse? Or like I'm doing something like, I don't understand what people mean. Like it wasn't like that. It's like, and I found out the information before a lot of people even knew. Like before the news announced it and all that, like I was getting phone calls and knew about it and knew what was going on. So I probably was like dealing with it and knew what was happening and was getting the information before the world did. So, and I mean that's the reason why people might expect you to react a certain way and you don't. Everybody don't
Mhm.
deal with passing the same way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that man lived a dope life. He inspired wild people, even me. He even put people in position that put me in position. Like him being in position is the reason why Swiss was able to elevate. And I started off my music career with Swiss. So if he ain't do what he did and he wasn't in the position that he was in, Rough Riders would have never elevated for Swiss to be in the position for me to get started. So I know how much of a part he played to the world and how much a part he played to me personally. You know what I'm saying? But that was just me reminiscing on the last time we was together and vibing out, and really got a chance to talk and bust it up was at that cipher, and that's why I posted it like that. Um, I met X early on in my career. When I was 17, I signed to Rough Riders. He was the biggest artist over there at the time. So we wasn't chilling every day. He was the like I said, the biggest artist. So he was always on the move doing shit. So it was hard to run into him as much as I did the other artists. Like I mean, Eve too. Like I wouldn't in the Eve as much. I would run it. I was in Yonkers, so I would run into the locks all the time and drag on all the time. But that's when I met him. Since I was super young, since I was a teenager, I first met X. You know what I mean? And we was never like the best of friends and always hanging out and chilling. But just on the strength, like I said, that he was the biggest artist on the label that I first signed to and put everybody in position. All of the family that I got around me, he put them in position from doing what he did. So I always had nothing but respect for him. I remember I took Dr. Ben Shavis. Um, Dr. Ben Shavis, he on one of my projects too, doing some preaching and talking about the black man and all that. But I remember I took him out to Arizona with me, and we both went over DMX house that he had over there. And that was one of the last times I seen him too. We shooting pool, playing around, fucking with the four wheelers. I got Dr. Ben Shavis over there And I don't think Dr. Ben Shaver's seen him since they did Belly together. You know, they was in Belly together. But he was the minister that was preaching the X at the end. So it was dope to bring them together. And I even remember X out there when we was leaving. He was riding a four-wheeler in front of our car, and he stopped and spent the round because he seen this huge scorpion. And he hit the scorpion with a stone and picked up the tail, and the poison was dripping down. I can remember that moment. He used to do crazy shit like that. But I used to fuck with X, though. He was a good dude and always showed me love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Always, every time I came around, he always showed me nothing but love. So, I mean, I fuck with the boy. And it's sad, you know what I mean? My condolences to even people that fuck with him more that's in my family and his real family, like his close family and kids. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people sad going through it right now for the boy. I just wish it was this much love and this much concern about him while he was still here. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people had love for him and respected his music and all that. But his whole career, he was dealing with issues and dealing with problems. And everybody wasn't reaching out and wasn't that supportive like they seem they is now that he gone. And everybody want to criticize the people that was really here for him when he was here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny.
What did you think of DMX as an artist then? And then what do you think did it change from then to now?
As an artist, did DMX change from the beginning till now?
Nah, how did you feel about DMX as an artist? He was the hottest thing out, and obviously you were a young and hungry artist, so you might have thought that you were better than him or you could take him lyrically at the time. How was your thoughts on him before, like, or as a young boy? How was your thoughts on DMX as an artist, and did they change from then to now?
Nah, I always just looked at him the same. Me, I feel like I'm the GOAT. I feel like I'm better than everybody. So of course I felt like I was better than X. But I never really was like competitive like that with him because, like I said, he was always in a higher place than me. So I was always trying to, like, you know what I mean, get to that place of success like that he was at and become like a mega star like him. So it's like never he started so far before me and already accomplished so much before I came around.
Wow.
That we was never, like, you know what I'm saying, in competition like that. You know what I mean? But as far as the music he make, I always respected it from day one. Not just lyrically. Like, he wasn't like one of my favorite lyricists ever, but just all around artists with the flow play, the tone of voice, the way he was growling and barking, the distinctiveness in his flow and his sound. All that played a part in me loving what X did and the direction that he went in. He wasn't trying to rap like everybody else and just go in the direction like everybody else. He was always in his own lane, and that's what I loved about him. So I always fuck with his music still to this day. I fuck with his music the same way. So ain't nothing changed with that.
What's good, man? This is Sam Ant, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all who are going to check out this documentary. Shout out to my man Lonnie Fresh. Do me a favor, go to YouTube right now. Go subscribe to Viral Hip Hop News, one of the best hip hop platforms out here right now. We also have The Hub, Hip Hop News Uncensored, of course, the podcast, the baddest podcast out, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We drop 7 days a week, doing this thing 100% independent.
There was not one day that I was at work on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that I wished I was somewhere else.
Now let's talk about the Players Club, because you, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's like your first major role in a movie, right?
Taking over the game. Sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. You can grab merch on the YouTube site. You can talk to me on there and much more. Sam Ant, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News. Appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Oh God, you the man, Cass. I spit white like a clan mask.